I tried every fast food in Brazil. Some of it was really nice, other things were not very good, and some others were just impossible to eat. And I'm going to try the fast food from the big international chains, so McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, but I was going to try some Brazilian chains like Bobby's, Habib's, and Madero, and I'm also going to share with you the cost of each one as well. So to begin with, I decided to go to a shopping mall. So this one is in Canoas, which is on the outskirts of Porto Alegre. And most Brazilian shopping malls have big food courts with lots of different fast food chains, buffet restaurants, and other types as well. And let's start with the big boys, McDonald's and Burger King. So let's see how their burgers taste and how much they cost. So McDonald's in Brazil, they sell the usual burgers, so Big Macs, Quarter Pounders, Happy Meals and so on. But they do have a couple of burgers which I think maybe are exclusive to Brazil, because I haven't seen them in Europe or US. One of them is a Cheddar McMelt. So this is a burger with a dark bread bun, beef patty, caramelized onions, and then a cheddar cheese sauce. And then they have these Brabo burgers, which translates into angry burgers, I think. And these are pretty big, and then got some special smoky mayonnaise sauce, bacon, with some onion rings as well in some of them. And I think that as well is exclusive to Brazil, I think. But today I'm just going to go for a Big Mac with medium fries and a medium drink. So let's see how much that costs. So that is 37 reais 90, which is $7.23. And if you compare that price to Sweden, so in Sweden, the same Big Mac meal is 85 kroner, which is $9.18. And in the US, it depends on what state you're in, but the price is around $10-11. So let's have a look at a Big Mac in Brazil. So it looks about the same as any Big Mac in any other country, but I'm going to dissect this a bit. So I'm going to cut it in half here so you can see inside as well. I think this is the first time I'm ever cutting a Big Mac in half. And so here you can see inside. It doesn't look very appetizing when you look at it like this. But let's see how it tastes. Yeah, it tastes good. Like any Big Mac that I've tasted. I mean, I've seen other people try Big Macs here in Brazil and other countries, and they comment about, oh, this is different, the beef tastes different, and so on. But I don't know, for me, I can't taste any difference between this Big Mac or a Big Mac in Sweden or somewhere else. And then the fries. Yeah, the fries are good as well. Medium salty, so yeah, pretty good. So yeah, can't complain about the Big Mac meal here. Tastes good. So I'll give this a 7 out of 10. Okay, now let's go to Burger King and try one of their burgers. Again, I think they've got a couple of burgers which are exclusive to Brazil. So they've got one called the Mega Stacker Catupiry, which again is with this creamy cheese sauce. Brazilians love their creamy cheese sauces. And then they've also got another one called the Mega Stacker Rosario, which is a massive burger. But I'm not going to try any of those today. I'm just going to go for the normal Whopper meal, and let's see how much that cost. So this cost me 41 reais 90, which is $7.99. And in Sweden it's 135 kroners, which is $14.50, so that's much more expensive in Sweden. And in the US, depends on what state you're in, but around $11. But anyway, let's have a look at the Whopper. And then let's cut it in half as well so we can see the inside. So I'm actually quite a big fan of the Whopper. I think it tastes a bit fresher than the Big Mac, because it's got more lettuce and tomatoes and so on. So yeah, the Whopper tastes good. I can't taste any difference between this and the Whopper that I eat in Sweden. And then the French fries. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is with the French fries in Burger King, but I'm not a big fan of it at all. So yeah, the Brazilian Whopper, no surprises there. And yeah, in my opinion, I think the French fries just let it down. But that's the same thing in Sweden as well. So I'll give this a 6 out of 10. So now let's go to another fast food chain. So this one is Brazilian. It's called Bob's or Bobby's. And it's a very big chain. I think it's the 4th largest in Brazil with over 1,000 restaurants. And they sell lots of beef burgers, chicken burgers, and so on. And one of their most popular ones is called Big Bobby. So it has 2 hamburgers, 3 pieces of bread, a special sauce, a bit of lettuce. So yeah, I wonder who they're trying to copy here. So I'm going to order a Big Bobby meal. And the price of that is 33 reais, which is $6.26. So this is a bit cheaper than McDonald's and Burger King, which are both over $7. So this is $6. And let's have a look at it. And yeah, it looks similar to a Big Mac. It looks a bit smaller, but I wonder if that's because they squashed it a bit. And let's cut it in the middle to have a look. Yeah, it looks about the same as a Big Mac as well. So let's have a taste. Yeah. It does not taste as good as a Big Mac. I don't know what it is. Yeah, the sauce tastes a bit different. I think the bread tastes a bit different as well. I prefer a Big Mac compared to this. I mean, yeah, maybe it's just because I'm not used to eating the burgers from Bobby's. Maybe if I eat it more often, I'll get used to it. But yeah, I'll give this a 5 out of 10, I think. Okay, so let's try KFC. So they've got their fried chicken buckets, they've got their chicken burgers, and yeah, I think I'm just going to choose the double crunch chicken burger meal. And the price is 34 reais 90, which is $6.60. And in Sweden, a similar meal is 65 kroners, which is $6.99. In the US, I don't think they've got a double crunch burger. I mean, they've got the classic chicken sandwich meal, which is $8.99. But I think the burger is a bit bigger here, so I don't think it's a like-for-like comparison. But anyway, let's have a look at it. And then cut it in half and have a look. So it looks okay. And let's have a taste. Yeah, it tastes good. The chicken's succulent and it's not dry. But there's one thing missing here, and that is spice. There's no spice in the chicken. And I'm a big fan of the Zinger burger, which is pretty spicy. In the US they have the Nashville hot chicken sandwich, which I also thought was really good. So yeah, so what's lacking from this burger is more spices. And that's one of the problems with KFC here in Brazil, well, at least in the south of Brazil, and that is that they don't sell any spicy chicken burgers. I mean, the only one they have is called a Kentucky Chicken Barbecue, which has a bit of barbecue sauce on it, but it's not really spicy. So I don't know what it is, whether they think Brazilians don't like spicy chicken, but yeah, that's a big letdown from KFC here in Brazil. But the meal is still pretty good, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, so now let's take a break from the burgers, and now I'm going to try a hot dog. There's a fast food chain here in the south of Brazil, I think it's only in Rio Grande do Sul, and it's called Cachorro do Rosario. So here they sell lots of different hot dogs, but it's not the type of hot dog that you're used to in Sweden or the US. So these hot dogs are pretty crazy, because they put so many toppings on the hot dog. So I went for a Clássica dois salsichas. So that's a hot dog bun with 2 hot dogs in it and a drink. And that was 27 reais, which is $5.15. You can see the guy making it here. So they serve it in a big hot dog bun, 2 sausages, and on top of that they put a special tomato sauce. They put sweet corn and peas, mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise, parmesan cheese, and also something called batata palha, which are these crisps or chips, and then also they sprinkle some herbs on top. So you can see here that this hot dog is massive, and it's totally different to hot dogs I'm used to. I'm just used to putting a bit of ketchup and mustard on there, maybe a bit of onions and mayonnaise, but that's it. Nothing like this monster, that's for sure. So let's cut it in half so you can see inside. So you can see all the fillings or toppings here. So I mean, the actual hot dogs aren't that big. It's all the other stuff that makes it so big. So let's have a taste if I'm able to actually bite this thing. No, the taste is good. It's just that, Jesus, it's difficult to eat this thing. Everything's dropping out here and I'm getting super messy. I'm not sure how they're able to eat this. Maybe it's easier to eat it with a knife and fork. I mean, just imagine buying one of these and not sitting down and eating it. So kind of trying to eat it while standing up or on the go, you just couldn't do it. But no, the combination of everything, the tomato sauce and the sweet corn and peas and everything, it all goes together really well. So yeah, I'll give this a 8 out of 10. So then the next fast food chain I went to is called Mini Kalzone, and they sell small calzone pizzas. And they're also pretty big. They've got restaurants all around the country. So let's have a look at their pizzas. So they sell lots of different types. You've got beef, chicken, sausage, prawns, and lots of different cheese flavors as well. I'm going to go for one which is called Portuguesa, which is very popular here in Brazil. It's got cheese, ham, onions, egg, and some other things as well. And the price is 9,90, which is $1.89. And man, the service was quick. I got my pizza in less than 30 seconds after ordering it. And here you can see it. It's relatively big actually. I was expecting it to be smaller. And then let's cut it open. So you can see all the ham inside of it. I can't see many other ingredients though, the vegetables and the egg and the olives and stuff. It seems to be mainly ham. But let's have a taste. No, the taste is good. It mainly tastes of cheese and ham. It's a bit oily and greasy though. But yeah, no, it tastes good. So I'll give this a 7 out of 10. Okay, so those are the fast food chains I want to try in this shopping mall. I mean, you've got others here. So you've got a big chain called Girafas. I associate them more with dishes where they serve, you know, beef or chicken with rice and beans and everything. I mean, they have some burgers, but I wouldn't really classify them as fast food. Then you've got other restaurants selling pasta, Chinese food and so on. I mean, it all depends on how you classify fast food, but in my head, they're not really fast food. But then you've got some other fast food chains out on the street that I want to try, and one of them is called Habib's. So this is another Brazilian fast food chain, and they serve Arab fast food. And when I first heard about it, I thought that's quite unique, because I mean, I've gone to Arab restaurants and they've got some really good food, but I haven't been to an Arab fast food restaurant before. And also it's quite a big chain as well. It's got over 400 restaurants in Brazil. So let's have a look what they've got on the menus. And they've got lots of these Lebanese oven-baked pastries called Bib's Esfias, with lots of different fillings. And got some other Arab dishes here. Oh, they've also got some burgers, some pizzas, some dishes with chicken and french fries as well. So it's kind of a mix. So I've got some Arab style dishes, but also some more traditional dishes as well. And I think I'm going to order 2 esfias, 1 beef and 1 chicken. And the beef one is 2 reais 99, which is 57 cents. And the chicken one is 3 reais 99, which is 76 cents. But they're pretty small, so you can buy 10 for 29 reais 90, which is $5.70. That looks pretty good. It's pretty small, and let's see what it tastes like. So no, it's good. Oh, the pastry is tasty, and then we've got the beef and the cheese filling, so that's very good. I guess in a way it kind of tastes a bit like a mini pizza, so let's try the chicken one as well. Oh no, that's pretty good as well. No, I like these. I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, so I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Okay, so now let's go to another Brazilian burger chain, and this is called Madero. You've got these fast food restaurants all around Brazil, and they sell more expensive gourmet burgers. So let's see what we've got here. So you got a Madero burger, which is 47 reais, but then if you add a drink and the french fries, it goes up to 66 reais, $12.50. So you can see these burgers are significantly more expensive than Burger King and Mcdonald's. And then they have even more expensive burgers. You've got one here which is 85 reais, the Cordero Super. So that's quite a big one with 2 hamburgers. And 85 reais is $16.33. But I'm just going to go for a Madero burger and a drink. And yeah, one thing I noticed was it definitely took a lot longer for them to make the burger than the other fast food restaurants, which is probably a good thing because it means it's fresher. And let's have a look at it. Yeah, no, it looks nice. Fairly big. So let's see how it tastes. Yeah, no, this is a good burger. The beef tastes a lot better than McDonald's and Burger King. And also the bread and the cheese and the sauce as well. So yeah, this is definitely the best burger I've had so far. So I think I'm going to give this a 8 out of 10. Okay, so that was me trying out some fast food here in Brazil. God knows how many calories and fat and processed food I ate today. But I'm always willing to sacrifice myself for my viewers. And yeah, I would say that Brazil has some good fast food. So yeah, the big international chains, their burgers taste more or less the same here in Brazil, to Europe and the US. But I would actually say I prefer the Brazilian fast food chains, especially Madero. I thought their burgers was really good. But I also like their hot dogs from Cachorro, Rosario. But I did notice there are some international fast food chains which aren't here in Brazil. So for example, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out Burger, Chipotle, Wendy's. I haven't seen any of those. And also you got some others like Taco Bell, Popeyes. I've seen those in Sao Paulo, but here in the south of Brazil I haven't seen those restaurants. So I hope you like this video. Please leave a like, subscribe. If you've got any comments, leave in the comment section below. So thanks for watching. Until next time.